We have some extra special guests as I'm doing yoga on my terrace, and today is International Yoga Day, so it's a very special day to be honouring this practice and all that it gives us physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually. So let's just take a moment to inhale a little bit of oil and just connect to all that yoga gives us. So arriving in your breath. And take a little moment, connect into your heart and just feel gratitude for this amazing practice. Drawing the breath from the base of the spine to the crown. And then let's bring our hands down. So we're continuing with the theme of heart this week. Because it's International Yoga's Day, because it was solstice last night, because it's full moon tomorrow, it just feels like heart is the right thing. And then next week we will move on to throat. So let's just start by just moving the head from side to side, just releasing into the neck, maybe 4 circles. And then let's bring the hands behind the head and drop the elbows down. Feel that little arch in the back. And as you inhale, draw the elbows back, shine your heart forward. And exhale, release. Opening up. Yoga really opens us up by moving through the layers, which we call the koshas, like the layers of an onion. Healing back to our true essence. One more. Beautiful. And then we're going to bring the hands down onto the thighs, and we're going to take a little bit of a dynamic breath today just to get the body going. So we're going to do our breath of fire. So we're going to inhale as we go forward and exhale back. Okay, so belly goes out, belly goes back, balanced breath. Okay, so we're going to start on the exhale. Inhale, exhale. Here we go. So we move. Hopefully you can hear me because I've got my noise cancellation on so you don't hear my dogs bark. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Really moving that energy. 3, 2, 1. Inhale, find that root lock and draw the energy up through the root, pelvic floor, all the way up to the crown of the head. Retain just a gentle little squeezing of the sex organs. And exhale. And let's come onto all fours. Move a dog out of the way. Come on to all fours. And then extend your right leg with the front of the foot down on the floor and press into the heel. And just take a couple of little presses here into the heel, just releasing into the calf. Synchronizing movement with breath. And then lift your leg, bring your hands underneath your shoulders, lift your leg, and then bend the knee. So we're coming into a little tiger leg. And you're going to inhale, look to the short edge of your mat, press the foot up, and exhale, draw the thigh into the belly. And again, inhale, look to the short edge of the mat, and exhale, draw the thigh to the belly. Inhale. The dogs have started playing again. They haven't played for about a year. They're like arch enemies. And today they've started playing again. In the essence of yoga, inhale, one more. And then exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. And we're going to root to rise. Inhale, coming up into low lunge. Inhale, stretch up, lift up. Big stretch up, opening your heart to receive. Exhale, bringing your hands down. Place the left hand down on the floor and keep that right hand extended up to the sky. Option to tuck the back toe and lift up through the back knee and lift up, reaching up to the sky. Stretch up, drawing the arm back if you want more of a heart opening. One more breath. And then bring both hands down. Step back to plank pose. Drop your knees, drop your torso. Find a little sphinx with the forearms down or a cobra. Inhale, look forward, open, stretching into the upper spine. Take a breath, shoulders away from ears. Exhale, release down, press back to all fours. This time, extend your left leg back, press into the foot, press into the heel. So the leg is straight. You're just releasing into the heel. One more. And then extend the leg behind you, bend the leg. So just bring your hands so they're underneath the shoulders. And so we've got a little tiger leg here. Take an inhale and then exhale, drop the thigh towards the belly. Inhale, look towards the short edge of your mat. And exhale, gather in. And again, inhale. Exhale. Blow with the breath. Inhale. And then you're going to plant your foot in between your hands. And then root to rise. Take your hands up to the sky. Low lunge. Take a moment to breathe in all that yoga has given you. One more breath. And then bring your right hand down. Right hand comes onto the mat. Left hand extends. Toe. Option to stay here. Draw the knee up off of the floor. Breathe. Gratitude. Enjoy. Enough. Shh. Bring your left hand down. Step back to plank. Drop your knees. Drop your torso. Interlace your hands behind the back. Press into the feet and lift up through the chest. It may just be a little lift, or maybe you want to draw the knuckles down and lift a little bit more. See where your back's at today. Take an inhale. Exhale, releasing down, pressing back, tuck the toes, knees in alignment to hips. Take a little release here. Feel that stretch in the back. Inhale, root to rise, coming up to all fours. Tuck your toes, lift your hips. Downward facing dog. Take some little pedal outs here of the feet. Letting go of any little releases. Give your head a little nod, 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 nod. Exhale fully. One more breath. And then step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, bring your hands on shins, on floor, halfway lift. Exhale, bring your hands round to the backs of the legs. Look through the legs if you can. Press into the feet, lift through the heels. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. And then bring your hands to your heart. And again, another one like this. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, float forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to plank pose. Take a breath here, little rounding of the back, connect to the core. Drop your knees, drop your torso. Find your cobra or your up dog if you want to straighten the arms and lift up through the thighs. Exhale, pressing back to all fours or coming straight back to downward facing dog. Literally got two dogs in between my legs. Take an inhale. Exhale. And then step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise. Bring your hands up over your head. And bring your hands to your heart. Take a moment to honor the sun. Yesterday was the longest day. Inhale, press up to the sky. Exhale, honoring your light. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, ground your hands. Step back to plank pose. Drop your knees. Drop your torso. Find cobra, up dog. Exhale, either coming back through all fours and childs or coming all the way back to downward facing dog. Take a breath here. At the bottom of your next exhale, step your feet to the front of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift, flatten the back, straighten the legs. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up. And bring your hands to your heart. And we're going to step the feet together. So the inner arches of the feet are together. And the thighs are hugging together. And then inhale, come into your fish chair pose. Maybe you can sit a little bit lower and you can bring the buttocks in the bum back a little bit more. Vinny, stop. Huh? Take one more breath here. Draw navel in. Find your sex organs. And then exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, step back to your plank pose. Take a little breath here in plank. And then from here, so option to drop the knees or to pivot the body forward a little bit in chaturanga. Come down halfway. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Bring the left foot across to the middle of the mat. Lift your right leg up to the sky. Lift, lift, lift the right leg. Come onto the tippy toes of the left foot. Inhale. Exhale, plant your foot in between your hands. Back foot presses down, heel to arch alignment. So warrior one, hips facing the short edge of the mat. Inhale, take your hands up to the sky. Exhale, bring your hands to your heart. Again, take a moment to honor yoga. And then from here, interlace your hands behind you. Draw your knuckles down, squeeze the shoulder blades together. Take your gaze slightly up, press into the feet, and exhale, float the body forward. So you may just come forward a little way, or you may come forward where you bring the right side of the ribs down onto the thigh. Let the back of the neck release. Say a little yes, yes, yes. Keep drawing the knuckles away, getting that stretch in the upper back, finding that strength in the legs. One more breath. Your hands are interlaced behind you. Press into the feet, rise up, take your arms up over your head. Exhale, frame the front foot with your hands, step back to plank pose. Take a moment. Drop your knees, drop your torso. Inhale, coming up to cobra. Exhale, releasing down. Option to take another cobra or to bind the hands. Interlace the fingers, draw knuckles down to feet, point toes and lift chest and feet at the same time. See how that feels for your body. Opening up today. One more breath. Beautiful. Lovely, Cora. And then release down. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders, tuck your toes, press all the way back. Find your breath. Exhale, create space. Inhale, root to rise, coming all the way up to all fours. Tuck your toes. Right foot comes over, left leg lifts. Inhale, come onto the tippy toes of the right foot, opening up through the thighs. And then exhale, plant your foot in between your hands, press down the back foot. And root to rise, warrior one, we're towards the short edge of the mat. Take your hands up to the sky. Knee in alignment to ankle, bring your hands down to your heart. Interlace your hands behind you. Draw the knuckles down. Feel that stretch in the shoulders. Squeeze behind the shoulder blades. And then exhale, either coming forward just a little way or coming forward a little bit more. See where your body's at. Maybe the hands come up to the sky. Maybe they stay low. One more breath, connecting to your strength. Press into the feet. Activate the legs. Inhale, coming up. Inhale. Take your hands up to the sky. Exhale. Frame the front foot. Step back to plank pose. Drop your knees. Drop your belly. So options here, if you're nursing any low back issues, then you can stay with this version that I'm going to do at first, okay? So you can bring the palms down, press into the feet, and just lift up through the chest. Okay, so you can just do that, or you can do cobra instead. Alternatively, we're going to bring one foot in and check how that feels for the knee, and bring the left forearm down and take a little lift up here, and then kick the foot into the hand. So we're doing like a little frog pose. You're looking forward. Check in with the knee, check in with the low back, and then release down. Switch inside, so holding on the front of the foot, kicking the foot into the hand, bringing the right forearm down by the short edge of the mat, pressing into the forearm, lifting up and kicking that foot into the hand. Take a little breath here. And then releasing down. So option to do this again, or to bring both fronts of feet into your hands. So you're holding the fronts of your feet coming into your bow, your upward facing bow, and then kick the feet away and then lift up through the chest in your upward facing bow. So option, see how this feels for your back. If it feels nice, you can kick the feet into the hands more and lift more. It's a really nice stretch for the belly, for the digestion. Take a breath. If it feels sweet and your back's open, you can lift the thighs more. If not, keep the thighs down. One more breath. And release, coming all the way down. Let the legs come down, bring the hands under the head. Just take a little moment here. Take a breath. One more breath. Beautiful. And then root to rise. Let's make our way up to child's pose. With the knees wide, just take a moment here with the hands extending forward. Just take a little rest here. One more breath. And then coming up to all fours, tuck your toes, lift your hips, downward facing dog, pedal out the feet, give the head a little shake here. And then we're going to step the feet towards the front of the mat. Take your hands on your elbows and have a little release here. Just move from side to side in ragdoll pose. And then let your hands drop down and slowly coming all the way up. And we're going to come into our dancer's pose. So standing on the right leg, you're going to bring your left foot into your hand. So your left hand is around the front of the foot, and draw the knees together. So the knees are tracking together and that knee's not splaying out to the left side. Bring your right hand onto your hip and start to kick the foot away. So you get that really nice opening along the left front thigh. Start to kick the foot away, find your balance, find your little gaze staring at one thing in front of you. And then option here to extend the right arm and bring the torso forward and extend the foot back a little bit more. Option to bring the index finger underneath the thumb now. Find your breath, find your steady. So this pose is Natarajasana, Lord Shiva's pose, and Lord Shiva is the god of yoga, the Hindi god of yoga. So just honoring the practice. One more breath. Beautiful. And then bringing your thigh in, take a moment here, bring your hand to your heart. We're going to go in one more time. So you can soften the standing leg if you need to. One more. Beautiful. And then bringing your leg in, releasing the foot, bringing the hands together at the heart, taking a little moment to settle. And releasing. And then changing sides. So coming onto the left leg, bringing your right hand around the front of that foot, taking the left hand on the hip, and just finding your gaze, finding your center, drawing the heel in towards the bum, and then start to, in your own time, kick the foot away. Bring the torso a little tiny bit forward. You can keep this left hand on the hip, or you can raise the arm, bring the index finger under the thumb, find something to gaze on, finding your steady. We're also loading the bones, the hip bones, which is good. I'm going to stay here for a few more breaths. Beautiful, lovely Kora. Fine, stay with me. It's fine to wobble. And then bring the hand in, bring the thigh in. See if you can try and stay on the leg. And then one more time, not for so long. We're just going to go in for a couple of breaths. Kick the foot away. Find your steady. Standing on one leg is so good for the brain. And then bring the leg in. Beautiful. Bring your hands together at your heart. And we're going to come down into Hindi squat. If you've got any knee issues, then just come down to the floor. So just coming down into your Hindi squat, easing in to how you feel. Releasing down. And then bringing your palms together. Pressing your legs into your arms into your legs. And just take a little moment here. And breathe, to slow down. One more breath. Option to just stay here for 2 more breaths or to have a little play, bringing your hands down onto the floor, squeezing your arms with your legs. And then make sure that your face is supported, make sure that you've got a cushion or something there. And you can just play by going onto the tippy toes and going back, just building a little bit of arm strength here. Or if you want to play with crow, then you can come up onto the tippy toes, lift one leg, lift the other, look forwards. And bring the feet together and squeeze the legs together. Not for everybody, but sometimes it feels nice. Get a little bit of energy and then release back down. Take a little breath here. And then from here, we're going to bring the hands back. And we're going to come, let's do a little bit of core just before we lie on the back. So option 2, stay with the feet down and stay here. Or option 2, lift the legs, checking in with your low back and seeing what feels right for you today. Taking the arms wide, take a breath. Then we're just going to do 10 little pulses backwards and forwards. Connecting the movement with the breath. You can do less. 3, 4, 5. Connecting to your inner strength, your light. Beautiful. 3 more. And then bring your knees in, give yourself a hug, squeeze in. And then we're going to lie down to our backs. Lying down onto the back with the feet about 5 inches away from the bum. And bring your hands down onto the mat. Press into the feet, tuck the chin so the back of the neck is long. And then start to lift up the hips. Now you can keep moving here if that feels better for your low back to keep moving. Or you can stay high and roll. So you're taking the tops of the arms and you're kind of rolling them under you a little bit. Press into the hands and lift up a little bit more. Option 2, interlace the hands and to lift even more through the hips. Check in with how this is feeling for your body. Gives us a little bit of energy for the day and stimulates the thyroid. One more breath. And then releasing all the way down. Take your feet wide, snuggle the feet as wide as the mat. Drop the right knee out and the left knee in. This just frees up the low back. And other side. And other side. Right knee out, left knee in. Left knee in, right knee out. 2 more. And then bring your knees in towards your belly and give yourself a little hug. Just rock from side to side, stretching out the low back. And then extend the left leg. So if this is too strong for your back, then you can just bring both knees over to the left side. Okay, see how it feels. So extend the left leg, bring the right foot just above the knee on the fleshy part of the thigh, and then drop this right leg over to the left and take your hand onto the thigh and draw the leg down more. And extend the right arm and look towards the right arm. If it feels too icky, too strong, please do take both knees together. Just taking a few breaths in this little variation of belly twist. Again, bringing your awareness to the practice of yoga and how it's supported you through your life. Come back to the center. Change sides, extend the right leg, bring your left foot onto the thigh, and then bring the leg over to the right. Your hand can just gently, lovingly ease the leg down and extend the left arm, look towards the left arm. And so many people don't realize the benefits of yoga. And they don't realize until they do it again that they're like, oh, this is what I needed in my life to make me feel grounded and help me come back to the center. Bring both knees into the belly and let's slide our hands up to the ankles or to the outside edges of the feet. Take a little happy baby. Just let the thighs go, release through the hips and the low back. One more breath. And then extend your legs, coming into Shavasana. Just taking 3 more breaths here. And then slowly bringing your knees in towards your belly. Take a little rock from side to side. Roll over onto your side. And slowly make your way up to seated. And bringing your index finger just underneath your thumb now. And bring the right hand up towards the face. Bring the index finger and the middle finger down on the thumb mound. We're just going to take a couple of rounds of Nadi Shodhana to close today. So bring the thumb on the right nostril quite high on the bridge of the nose and inhale through the left side. Bring the left nostril down, pause, exhale right side. Pause, inhale right side. Close down nostril, exhale left side. Inhale left side. Close, pause, exhale right side. Pause, inhale same side. Pause at the top, close nostrils, exhale left side. Pause, inhale left side. Close both nostrils, pause at the top. Exhale right side. 2 more. Bring your right hand to meet your left. And again, just taking a few moments to connect to what yoga has given you in your life. And we practice yoga so that we can meditate, so we can find that stillness and those moments of clarity. Let's bring our hands together at our heart. And take a moment to feel gratitude for this practice, for getting on your mat today, for showing up. Namaste.